like blasphemy or kind of like you turning your back on Kobe to now root for LeBron. Like he's got on the same jersey that
exactly,
Kobe was wearing,
exactly.
So, yeah.
Now, if he come out here and he start losing games, and then I'm gonna be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Then,
as far as I'm concerned, that's Magic Johnson's team.
Hello.
And then, okay, we got another boo coming up. I don't even know if I can fix my mouth to say this one. This one is worse than the LeBron James one. This is Momo. Momo is my man.
I know.
Momo rides hard for the show. I love Momo, but sometimes he be giving some answers that be fucking with me.
I wasn't expecting you to say Momo.
Oh my God, Momo talking about Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh, Momo. Soft spot.
No, but I get it though. There is a lot of hype about it.
Definitely.
And I get it. I get that it can turn you off, whatever, even though I'm a big fan of it. I'm just playing.
Even if it's true, don't say it out loud.
You know? It still hurts.
Well, watch who you say it to.
Right. Just reading the words out loud hurts worse.
Yeah.
But I get it. I do get it. It is.
You just told Dino his bride was ugly.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, that's your wife? What?
Erica Lowry Jones says, Michael Kors. Black folks ran over that brand and killed it. Jesus.
Lord.
Wow, she came with an original one.
Dang, I just got a Michael Kors watch. Erica.
I was like,
what, you agree with that? Or
he makes some good shirts.
I don't really know nothing about like.
Oh, I don't know. I just got a Michael Kors watch. That's why I'm like, is it played out? I'm glad she told me because.
But remember, she's in another part of the country, so
that's probably what it is.
Maybe
where she
is, it might be more played out than here.
Maybe that's true.
Because I'm not like I know of Michael Kors, but I don't really know of everybody having one.
That's what I was like. I didn't know it was a hype thing. Like remember when like all black people went like Carl Kanai,
right? Exactly.
And stuff like that. Like that was definitely a trend.
Yeah.
Thing. Like I haven't heard no Michael Kors trend.
I think when Michael Kors,
I just know his brand.
Yeah.
Right. It might, like I said, it might be a regional thing.
You know, I think when Michael Kors first came out, people were like hopped on it for like, it was like a brief thing. It was real brief.
It's just another brand to me.
That's how I felt about it.
Yeah, Michael Kors did like a run at Ross at one point in time. I think that year everybody was
how I got his shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
Ross or Marshalls or something.
I think that year everybody had jumped on it, and then after that, after that was rap.
So shout out to Erica and the Got What You Need Network and the Ian Friends podcast. Carmen Miller from the it's not the name of their podcast.
Is it Full Circle?
Full Circle Podcast. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, Carmen Miller from the Full Circle Podcast. Shout out. She said The Walking Dead. This is another one that hurts my heart.
No, that just stabbed me in the stomach.
But I also get it. And I also will admit that because even though I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead, I will admit that it's definitely had its ups and downs. You know, the show, at times, it sucks ass.
Yes. It got very slow.
Speaking of which, DD, are you all up to
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I binged especially
because
I knew we were going to talk about
it. You guys, we're about to talk a little bit about this last, the latest Walking Dead and the end of the Fear. So you haven't been watching the Fear the Walking Dead, though?
Yeah.
You have? Okay, so you saw the finale?
Refresh me.
The one
it's all running together.
The last Fear was the one with Morgan and them getting they were trapped in this building and then they got free.
And Morgan left with the cowboy, or he left the cowboy, or something like that.
No, you back. I don't think you saw the last one.
Okay,
that's a little bit ways
whatever.
Off. Okay, so back to the premiere of the 9th season. What did you think of the premiere of The Walking Dead this season?
Well, the big thing that stood out to me was the new intro that they did with the color. So I'm just like, this is gonna be good. You know, that show to me, because I read into all that stuff, so I watched that part over like 4 times, just the little introduction, and I got to see, I'm like, okay, it looks like it's going to be some life. Maybe some things will be coming to life. I saw like a noose. I saw like somebody who looked alive from the back, but then when you turned them around to the front, they were dead. So these are just things that's like alluding to the episode, right? This is still in the beginning. So I'm like, okay, watch that over a few times. I'm like, what the fuck is going on this season? And get to the end of, or get to the middle. They go to they go to Washington, and they go to the museum, and they get they get all the artifacts out. And while Michonne is there, she's looking at all the Black history stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's touching. She's connecting a little bit. Fast forward to the end, and Maggie hung the old governor, or whoever he was. I was like, oh, is this what we're doing this season? We hanging people. Daryl, you a part of this? Everybody's on board with this. We hanging people. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I'm on the fence about the hangings.
Okay. Well, first, what I thought about the episode was I thought it was the best episode that they've had in a long time.
Oh, I thought it was great.
I think the time jump was great.
Uh-huh.
And the way they handled it and the progress we got to see and how, because basically, even though in the Showtime, it hasn't been 9 years, but in our time, it's been 9 years.
Yeah.
And for real lifetime, we've been seeing the same shit pretty much every season,
right?
With like very little progress
they
made.
Pretty much pick up where they left off,
right? And no progress being made towards building a new world. And we finally now starting to see signs of a real civilizations and communities with,
the Book of Life.
With what do you call it? Old technology, farming and just different things, windmills.
Right.
What I also like about it is that there's a mix of old stuff and new stuff. Because one minute you see a windmill powering something, which they did in the old times, but then you see solar panels, which is something, and it's all, things that are very practical and things that can be done. And I thought that was awesome. I love all of that.
Yeah.
And along with the civilization and all that are now the punishments of crime and stuff. And that dude, whatever his name is, the old mayor, he should have been gone.
Oh, definitely.
He should have been gone.
Oh, definitely.
And, he was attempted murder. I was okay with that. And not to mention that he's responsible for a lot of other lives that have been lost. You can't be trusted.
No.
So I was
he been
okay
jumping back and forth playing good fence, bad fence with Negan. Remember, he was going back and forth.
Yeah.
Trying to make himself look good. And he's definitely a snake.
He's a snake.
He should have been in the jail cell with Negan.
He definitely should have been locked away or banished or something.
And then the fact that they let him come back this season and walk around only to try and infiltrate again and have Maggie murdered.
Right.
That was
very hardcore.
That was hardcore.
I was surprised. Was not expecting that.
But to hear Maggie plot against Rick and Michonne, this is gonna be a season for that ass.
Wait, what? Huh?
Yeah. You didn't hear? Okay, I want to say maybe it was, I don't remember the timing into the episode, but Maggie called a meeting in her office, and she was holding a meeting with somebody, and she was saying that she did not like how Rick did not kill Negan. And she said it was just a lot of unfinished business, and that, Rick was just not handling things well. She never said that what they were gonna do, but she said, and Michonne too. So they never said what they were gonna do to Rick and Michonne, but they said that they were gonna start doing something. They were gonna start making a plan. And then Daryl, but they never showed Daryl. You never saw him, but then he stepped out of the shadows and he was like, yeah, I'm with it too. Yeah, he would. So now it's like a plot. So then remember Daryl. Then
I missed that. I'm gonna go back and watch that.
It happened. And remember, and then after that, Daryl went to Rick and told Rick he wanted to go back to Hilltop with Maggie.
Now, okay, I remember that part, but I didn't.
So it happened before that.
Wow, I'm gonna go back and watch that. Thanks for telling me about that.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe I missed that part.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh my God, what's really about to happen now?
Well, I had a feeling that they were hinting at some friction between Maggie and Rick.
Yeah.
And that might have to do, and they're both leaving. And that might be how they both leave. They might end up killing each other or something. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm pretty sure that's going to play a part in it some way.
Oh, you are right.
So anyway, and the last but not least, we have David Modell. Shout out to The Difference Between Us podcast, who also says LeBron James playing for LA as his thing that he's tired of all the hype about. Okay. So now we'll take it into the studio, Mr. Pip.
Oh my God!
You said you had a lot of examples or a lot of things.
I zoned out for a moment as I was talking about
I know.
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Tangent.
I know. That's why I try not to talk about it too much.
So I'm just I was just putting Whitney Houston songs in alphabetical order in my head. Any restaurant that has a line, fuck it, I don't want to go.
Ugh,
I don't want.
I'm with you.
Care. I don't care enough. I can cook myself.
That part.
I don't, and I'm sure it must taste like heaven. But I'm the hype of it has turned me off. I don't want to wait in line for no restaurant. Period. None. Zero of them.
It's not that good because their customer service is shitty because the line shouldn't be that long in the first place.
And then with I'm usually the same way with movies. Like if it's a really hype movie, you have to convince me by word of mouth that it's worth going to. I was the last person on earth to see Avatar.
Oh yeah.
And I was so fucking disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
All that goddamn hype, and I'm like, that's what it was? Oh, please.
Yeah. I'm like that too.
My newest movie like that is Star is Born. I love all the other Star is Born. This one, I bet it's really good, but it's so hyped, I don't want to see it.
The whole story that we did about it where the little monsters went after the other movie, that turned me off. I was like, oh, that's whack.
Okay, Didi, what is something that the hype has turned you off?
I hate to say this, but I gotta go with. I know I gotta go with Momo. Not with Momo, but something similar like Momo's. But Power. Power. Okay. The hype is just.
Somebody else said Power too.
It's just so much hype around it. I'm like, all right, I want to watch it, but then it's just so hyped up, and then it's all on my Instagram page and the quotes and the this and the that, and I'm like, all right, I want to get into it, but y'all is just kind of like taking away from my experience. So whatever.
Yeah. And it's really bad when there's a lot of hype and then it's not really justified. Like the show it's not that good.
Right.
It's not bad, but it's not that good. Not
like Empire.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Empire.
No, Empire was always
mediocre.
Empire, yeah.
But people are like, oh, must see.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? This?
No, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's very bad writing.
I love Taraji.
There's so much stuff that he gets wrong.
If you want to talk about I watch it for Taraji, sure.
Right. Yeah, her character is good, but her character.
I have to admit though, it's a lot more fun for me with her and Lucius on the same team instead of fighting against each other.
Yeah.
And doing all kind of crazy stuff. That shit just never made sense to me.
Yeah.
Like him being the villain against his own family, that stuff was ridiculous.
From the very beginning, it makes sense. When she got out of prison, it's like, why she did all that time for him. Why he gonna be fighting her?
Right. And then it's like, but he's only half fight. It just never really made sense.
Empire.
And it wasn't like an all-in thing because it was like 1 minute he's making her the head of this, but then the next minute he's
trying to sabotage her.
Yeah, and it's like what's going on?
Right.
But
when he lost his memory, I was out. I'm out.
Now that the Lions are basically on the same team and against the world, I like it. It's much more fun to me, and it's more believable and makes more sense. Like okay, they still have their little family problems, whatever like families do, but they're not actively trying to destroy each other and take each other down and all that kind of crazy stuff.
I haven't watched it since Chris Rock was some sort of supervillain.
Oh my God. Yes, when Chris Rock was on there, that was good. That's crazy. Wasn't Empire supposed to be based on like a real family?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
So mine are, I have a couple. Mine is the Dr. Dre, Jimmy Iovine documentary on HBO.
Okay.
They fucked that up for me because people was like, I'm like, fuck, it's a documentary. Like, well, they was acting like this shit was just
groundbreaking.
Gonna change it.
The second coming. Like, and I'm watching it and I'm like, not only is it nothing special, it's not even good for what it is as far as I'm concerned.
It was a commercial for the two of them.
Yeah, and it was a lot of boring, and there was a lot of people in there that, like, fucking, was it Debbie Harry or somebody? Like, why is Debbie Harry on screen so long when we talking about Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine is supposed to be about beats and this? Like, what? I was just like, I was like, what is wrong with you guys? And then I'll go and watch G-Funk, which nobody said nothing about, and that shit was dope.
Wow.
G-Funk was dope.
Was it a documentary?
Yes.
Oh.
What do you mean? We talked about it on the show. You don't want, as a matter of fact, I think you brought it up. The Warren G.
Probably. Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, it was very Warren G. Produced it. It was so well done, and it was a lot of. It was weird that he did it because there was so much Dre and Snoop that it almost didn't even feel like a G-Funk. I mean, I understand